Welcome back to Tonight on Breaking. It's now 17 weeks to the 2023 general elections, and our presidential candidates have been invited by the Arewa Joint Committee for an interactive session. The Arewa Joint Committee consists of a group of northern leaders across party lines and also includes academics, civil society, and youth organizations. The Joint Committee organized interactive sessions, which started on Saturday in Kaduna, for presidential candidates to share their policies and plans for the region ahead of the general elections. The PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, was among the first batch of presidential candidates to attend the interactive session. During the session, the PDP presidential candidate highlighted the key development agendas which he would pursue if he's elected president. This policy includes promoting national unity, strengthening national security, reforms in education, reforms in agriculture, and reversing the economic downturn of the country. Obviously, you're asking, how is he planning to get all of this done? Where will the money come from?
In my covenant with Nigerians, because I asked, where are we going to get the money? The government doesn't have the money. We must incentivize the private sector to come. Give them tax relief. Give them whatever relief they are looking for. Ask them to invest and make sure our rail works in the north, our roads work in the north, our electricity works in the north.
Atiku's bottom line is, and he's not hiding it, he has always been consistent. If he's elected president, we will privatize virtually everything in order to get our economy moving and develop our infrastructure. The question and answer session was dynamic, and there were 6 panelists, 4 men, 2 women. One of the women, named Hajia Rabi, asked this question concerning Arewa Women.
Your Excellency, Jam'iyyar Matan Arewa was founded in 1963 by our mothers who felt the northern woman was being left out. 59 years after, we are still being left out, be it economically, be it socially, be it educationally, be it politically. Your Excellency, you have daughters. Your sons have wives. I think it's high time we, the northern woman, is given a chance.
Now, Hajia Rabi went on to add some emphasis and colorful commentary to her question, but basically the question she asked Atiku was, what role will women play in his administration? Here's what he had to say.
Hajia Rabi, if you want a women problem to be solved, vote PDP.
Okay, sir, but PDP is not really doing anything breathtaking for women. Out of the 21 people that were elected into different positions of the PDP National Working Committee last year, only 2 were women. And you guessed it, they were elected to be the PDP's party women leaders. In fact, just this week, the current national women leader of the PDP, Professor Stella Efa Ato, came forward to say that she had been sidelined and her office had been undermined. Oh, and by the way, after asking her question about women during Atiku's session, Hajia Rabi has not been seen in subsequent sessions. Listen to you, young ladies. That's what happens when you raise the issue of Arewa women in public. So you see, the issues for women in Arewa go deep, and voting for Atiku will not solve them overnight. Atiku was also asked how he would deal with corruption if he becomes president. Here's what he had to say.
When we came into office, we had evidence from the investigative bodies of a list of people who stole money and where the money was being kept. So I walked up to the president and said, Mr. President, you know what? Say what? I said, if we say we are going to prosecute all these people, we will spend the next 10 years until we leave office. We will not jail them, we will not get the money. He said, so what do you propose? I said, I propose you set up a panel to call each and every one of them in confidentially. And he set up a panel. He made me chairman, made the Attorney General a member, made General Gusau National Security a member. And we started calling them one by one. He said, okay, we have evidence you have stolen so much. This is where the money is. Return the money. We give you 2% or 5%.
So what Atiku is basically saying is that we should give incentives to people to steal government money. Think about it. What will stop someone from stealing billions when they know somehow they will get 2 to 5% of it? We understand this point. It's better for the government to recover as much of the money as possible than to waste time and resources fighting to get it back. But how does this stop corruption? Instead, it motivates it. Just in case you need more motivation for corruption, here's what Atiku said about the people who were given their percentage for being corrupt.
And some of the people that we recovered money have even returned to Nigeria, contested elections, they were in the National Assembly, they are governors and so on and so forth.
So not only will the government negotiate with you to give the money you stole back, you can then run for office and become part of the government. These people need to be arrested and brought to justice. Things should be put in place to make the justice system work. But instead, the plan seems to be to reward those who engage in corruption. And we are justifying it by saying it's because we need the money and it's faster to just negotiate. Tell us, Atiku, what else are we going to compromise for the sake of money? The APC presidential candidates, Bola Tinubu, and Labour Party candidate, Peter Obi, also stood in front of the committee to make arguments for why the North should vote for them. We'll bring you that analysis next week. But one candidate decided to shun the committee. Premium Times reported Rabiu Kwankwaso as saying that the committee was essentially a charade. He accused the committee of being biased and that they had already concluded plans to endorse one candidate. Be that as it may, why would Kwankwaso turn down an opportunity for free publicity? And in front of such an influential group? Clearly, he's not out to win this election. And last time we checked, the election was for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not for the Federal Republic of Kano. That's all on Tonight on Breaking. I'm John Iwodi. Links to the full videos of the presidential candidates meeting with the Arewa Joint Committee will be down below. Go and watch the videos. Listen carefully to what they are saying and also what they are not saying. Which one has clear plans for what he wants to do about the issues that you care about? Does he have plans for how he will implement? Are those plans reasonable? Come back next week as we break down what Bola Tinubu and Peter Obi said to the committee. Thank you.